Okay, it is no longer news now. By now, everybody is aware that Verydarkman is in the dungeons. He actually, according to reports, he was whisked away on his way out of the bank, a branch of the Guarantee Trust Bank in Abuja, where he went to help his mother to rectify an issue that has been having her account and her money to be deducted every time. So he went on that day to help his mother to rectify the issue. And unfortunately, on his way out, he was abducted. And all social media has been abuzz. Everybody is giving opinions. Many people have come out, everybody is creating content and making posts up and down. Many people are angry. The streets are angry. The youths are angry. His followers are angry. The Rattel, which the Rattel gang, the Rattel, club, whatever you call them, they have been everywhere on social media, raising their voices. And even the normal youths, people who appreciate his work, people who love him, who love Verydarkman, have been on the social media using their platforms to call the awareness of the government to release Verydarkman. And that is exactly what we are into now. Lots of people are angry. A lot of people are angry. His brother has also come out. His brother has come out to release a statement. In fact, he has made videos upon videos condemning the act and trying to gather people, to boycott, GTB and boycott lots of, maybe create a little protest. Also, his very good friend, his right-hand man, is Coco P, has also come out to protest his voice and made lots of videos trying to condemn all these acts. But in all this, there has been people also who support this act, of abduction. They say it is a good thing that happened to VDM. Some say that serves him right. Because in this life, you will not have all friends. Definitely, no matter how good you are, you must have enemies. And no matter how bad you are, you will still have friends. A lot of people have come out, to say that yes, it's a good thing because VDM has something to answer. So it's good he goes to answer for his crime. It's good he goes to answer for his offenses. It's good he goes to answer the government on why they are calling him. And the question asked, did they call VDM? Was he called? Was he invited? That is a very, very wonderful story because people would like to know, how was VDM abducted? Why was he abducted? Why wasn't he invited? If someone has a case to answer, definitely the person should be invited. The last time I checked, Verydarkman is a very vocal critic, of the government and of people who need to, be raised to awareness also. He has used his platform to call attention on issues. He has used his platform, to call, people to order. And he has done lots of good without his platform, helping people recover vast amount of money and also calling some government officials, some governors. Last time I checked, Sheyi Tinubu was in the list. Also, the Sultan of Sokoto was in that list. And also Tinubu himself and people in power, even as far as Okoya family, Eleganza, his family, the man and his sons. He called them, and this may have gotten him into lots of trouble. He also has issue with Mercy Chinwo, who has an issue with her manager. So there are lots of mess. Even the Efcc itself has not been spared from Verydarkman's tirades because he has always said every day that he has a lot of debt on the Efcc. He has a lot of stain on the Efcc. In fact, he was praying to be invited by the Efcc so that he can tarnish their image. He can bring out those files and Nigeria will see who they really are. He has done it on social media many times, called them out that they are so corrupt. He said in his words that the EFCC, in 90% or more of them, are corrupt. Those are Verydarkman's words. But in all this, there are some established facts you should know. And that is, Verydarkman is a public figure. He's a public figure. He is not a spirit. That means he is known. He has a verifiable address. He has a job he's doing. He is everywhere. He is not. You cannot look for Verydarkman. You cannot say you are looking for Verydarkman. He is an important person. He has a face, and as such, he can be invited. He should have been invited, because Verydarkman has been invited before. The police always invite Verydarkman. In fact, Verydarkman has even gone to prison recently. In fact, Verydarkman has a case in court with the police. He's always frequenting the police station, writing petitions for people. So I don't think he is hiding from any law enforcement. And definitely, if he has a case to answer, definitely the Verydarkman will always be there to answer it. He has never shied away from a fight. So why was he not invited, given his status in society as somebody who is not in hiding? Also, with all due respect, to be fair to Nigerian banks, every bank in Nigeria has an obligation to the Nigerian state to report any acts, any threats to their branch, any act of fraud, any robbery incidents, or any breach of security, any suspicious activity that they see in their branch. They have an obligation to report such to the authorities. Those are the conditions to invite the police. So they work hand in hand with the police. So this issue, so people have accused the Guarantee Trust Bank, Gtbank, of calling the police, or calling the Efcc, or calling the DSS, of calling the Efcc on Verydarkman. People have accused the police, people have accused GTB of doing that, and a lot of people are very angry. Now, why will a bank snitch on their customer? What's wrong, the VDM asked. I am here to say, if GTB actually called the security on Verydarkman, on what basis did GTB call the security? Because like I said, you will only call the security on suspicious acts in your branch, acts to commit terrorism, robbery, or a suspected fraudster works in your branch. Those are the avenue for you to call in the police. So on what basis did you call the police or the EFCC for Verydarkman? Or is this just a conspiracy that we don't know about? Or is there something you are not telling us? If actually you called the security on Verydarkman, that would have been an abuse of office, an abuse of policy, an abuse of privilege. So yes, it is your duty to protect your customers by inviting the authorities, on any suspicious activity if you see one. So is Verydarkman a suspected criminal? Or is he a suspected fraudster? Or is he a hooligan? Did he create an unrest in the bank branch? These are things we would like to know, GTB, because the accusations are very strong and very weighty. And let me tell you, there is no smoke without fire. In as much as you want to say that you had no hand in it, because I saw the video you even released showing the movement of Verydarkman in the branch and absolving yourself of any wrongdoing in that respect. But why is it that of all the places Verydarkman went to that day, it was at the doorstep of your bank, it was at the perimeter of your bank that Verydarkman was arrested in the first place? That aside, also, except the EFCC is arresting Verydarkman on suspected financial crime, they have no business arresting him around the bank premises. Except you arrested him for financial crime. That is the only excuse you can give for holding him within the bank premises. So the question is, what is his financial crime? What is it? If he committed a financial crime, let us know what it is. Perhaps we see every day on papers of people who have been arrested or people who are wanted by the EFCC and their offenses. Perhaps Nigerians want to know. Many hours have passed now and we are yet to see an official statement. Also, why was he blindfolded? And why was he, why was he bundled away like that? Why couldn't you have invited him, EFCC? Why? 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 What is the problem? Why didn't you invite him? So if he has a financial crime to answer, let us know. Because except that, it is not the job of the EFCC to pick up anybody for any crime other than that of fraud and financial crime, economic crime. If VDM is a threat to our nation, if Verydarkman is a threat to the government, if Verydarkman is a threat to the Nigerian people, Nigerian state, if Verydarkman is a rogue element, it is the job of the DSS to come for him, invited or not invited, because that would have been protecting national security. Then it would have had a better face, that they came for him to protect national security because they felt he is a threat, and maybe he has been invited, but we don't know, because definitely the agencies send personal invites. It's possible that Verydarkman may have been invited in one way or the other. We will not know because it is a personal invite. But I know that these days they send invites on social media. If you don't come, they just put on social media and say, look, so person is invited. Where is he? He has not come. So we put it on social media, you are invited. The whole world will now get to know. That's how it has always been for some time now. But till now, what we hear on social media is that Verydarkman is being held by the EFCC. So what is he doing with the EFCC? We need to know. He even ought to be with the DSS. Going by what people are saying, maybe he has offended one or two people. Some people are after him. Maybe he has offended some high-level people up there. He's insulting the state of Nigeria. He's insulting the EFCC. He's insulting the DSS. He's trying to incite people against the government. That is a job for the DSS, not the EFCC. Let's get these things right. If he's with the EFCC, then he should have a financial case with them. Except you're saying that the EFCC just took him against his will. At this point, I'm calling upon the EFCC to, as immediate effect, release the Verydarkman for reasons which I'm going to tell you now. 1, abduction. Every Nigerian has a right to freedom, and that freedom can only be taken away from you by the court of law. Nobody has a right to abduct any Nigerian. Nobody, no agency, no institution has a right to abduct any Nigerian who is not a criminal, who has not been convicted. We can be arrested, but that will be, you can be arrested, you can be invited, but you cannot be abducted. So Verydarkman, with all the evidences pointing, it's obvious that Verydarkman was abducted. Also, we are practicing a very strong form of democracy since 1999, and lots of the things that happened during the military regime, which we fought for this democracy, of which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is among those people who fought against the military because of the impunity and the high-handedness in the government of the military, and we fought the military standstill, and thank God in 1999 we got our independence from the military. And since then, we've been trying to create a democracy that we can live and operate in. And in so doing, this kind of behavior, this kind of high-handedness has no place in this democracy we are trying to build. No. Nigerians are the people that make up the agencies. It is not foreigners. The agencies is a subset of the people. The agency is a sub of the people. So you cannot go rogue. You cannot go away from the people. You cannot behave like, let me say, a unit that is out of touch with the people. Be careful, EFCC, because you know that recently the youth of Nigeria are beginning to suspect that you may not actually be in touch with them. This is a time for you to come together, gather yourself together, and try to, integrate with the people. Integrate with the people. It does not mean that you should not be with the leaders too. You must balance it. As you're serving your bosses, you also serve the people. Balance it. You are not the only agency in Nigeria, and you're not the first, you won't be the last. You can't keep doing this. Remember that Nigerians are still complaining of illegal arrests, detentions. So please, EFCC, please, for the sake of the peace of this country, please release Verydarkman. Please. The youth are angry. You can see they're already stirring up for protest and here. Please, let this not be another NSAS. Already people are trying to, blockade GT branches. Guarantee Trust Bank, people have already started, breaking their cards. People have already started, withdrawing their money from GTB already because they feel the bank betrayed them. So you see that this act you're doing is snowballing gradually into something else. Please, for the sake of peace in this country, free Verydarkman. Free him. If you have a case with him, take it to court. Definitely, he will be there to answer for any crime you've accused him of. Like, subscribe, share this video. I am your host, Chinedu. Till I see you in the next video, peace.